Right, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about aggression. Just like a lot of the topics in the social psychology chapter, typically I can go into a lot more detail. It almost feels wrong to just discuss them briefly, but introductory course, very little time, we kind of have to. All right, so what is aggression? You know, when I open it up to discussion, I'll say, hey students, you probably know it when you see it, but what makes something aggression? Many of us can say, hey, well, if somebody punches you in the face, yeah, that's aggression, right? Well, what about other things like somebody calls you mean names, somebody threatens you, somebody stands in your way and blocks the door so you can't get through? Do those things count as aggression? Well, they do, because aggression is any purposeful, it does have to be on purpose, any purposeful behavior or action that is meant to harm somebody, and harm can be physical or psychological. So this includes all of the examples that we gave. It does have to be purposeful, so it can't be accidental. Like if you accidentally step on somebody's foot and it hurts them, that's not aggression. That's an accident. That's something different. Now, with aggression, researchers, of course, they want to understand aggression, potentially reduce aggression, particularly in people who are at risk for engaging in aggression, since it does harm people, can hurt people in a variety of ways. In this class, I'm going to focus on one specific explanation that has been offered for aggression. And before I get into that, I will mention that aggression, it has causes that are biological, environmental, and situational. So lots of things can contribute to a single act of aggression. Now, one general idea meant to explain aggression in general is something known as the frustration-aggression hypothesis. I keep wanting to say theory, but it is a hypothesis. The frustration-aggression hypothesis. You can probably guess that this has a lot to do with frustration, with people being frustrated, not getting something that they want. Aggression can occur when people feel frustrated as a result from being blocked from obtaining their goals. That aggression is like lashing out from this frustration. That frustration can lead to aggression. Of course, and some people will say, well, the solution is don't let people get frustrated. Realistically, that's not realistic. You're going to be frustrated at some point. So efforts to reduce aggression, we have to work more on helping people to deal with frustration rather than not ever having them get frustrated. Now, some other things about aggression. We do have, very briefly, we'll talk about how we do have some sex differences where in general, males exhibit more direct aggression, where essentially they do it right to their victim. The person knows that it's them. Like if they're engaging in physical aggression, they hit the person sees that they're doing it. If they engage in verbal aggression, they insult a person, they insult them to their face. But females are more likely to engage in indirect aggression. And both sexes can exhibit both. These are tendencies. These are general patterns that we see. Plenty of males can exhibit indirect aggression too, but they are more likely to exhibit that direct aggression. So indirect aggression, what would that be? This is where you're either passive or you do it in such a way that the person may not know exactly who's engaging in the aggression. Like you might talk behind somebody's back. You might start a rumor. They're not sure exactly who started the rumor. You might leave a nasty note on their locker or something like that. And so they didn't see you do it. They're not entirely sure that you're the one that did it. These are indirect forms of aggression. If you want to know more about aggression, take a social psychology class. This is the very brief rundown that I'm giving for introductory psychology.